Hello and welcome back to YORUBADE. I am Anthony, your friendly business coach, and I am here to give you 12 steps to starting your own real estate investment in West Africa. So, just going to go through some of the points, the benefits of real estate in West Africa, what it can do for a country, and go through the 12 steps that you can do, just regular basic steps in order to do your due diligence so you don't mess up. And then at the end, like to tell a story that can be very relatable and you can kind of see yourself in it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So I'm just going to talk about, I'm going to start with just the benefits of real estate investments. And basically what they do is just contribute to the economic growth by creating jobs, increasing property values, and attracting businesses and investors to the area. So you always want to, depending on what area you're in, if you've seen a lot of construction in a town, in a city, then that means that someone has already been planning and have seen that, hey, there's a lot of good things happening in this city. We need to start building and investing now. If you go to cities where you don't really see any construction of houses, homes, it's not growing. It's actually a sign that there's not much economic development going on in that town a lot of the time. So you always always see construction cranes around, then it means it's growing. There's a lot of investment in the area, and it's going to be lucrative for those people that have those businesses. Then you have affordable housing. So developments can include just different housing options, addressing housing shortages, and improving overall quality of life for residents. Increase revenue. Local governments benefit from increased property taxes and revenue from permits and licenses related to real estate development. So the property tax is really for the U.S., but wherever you are, it's just income for that local government. Then market expansion. So real estate projects can stimulate local businesses as they attract a larger customer base due to the influx of residents and visitors. So you could think of like Lagos, it's overpopulated. A lot of people want to be in Lagos because it's just the infrastructure, like just a lot to do there. But as we see the opportunities in Lagos, a lot of it is starting to maybe dwindle a little bit. People are looking outside of Lagos because they just don't like the congestion of it all. I think it's over like 20 million people living in Lagos. So, and then another thing is community improvement. So investments can lead to safer neighborhoods, better public services, and increased community engagement. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna start with so I'm gonna go through the step-by-step action plan that you can take in order to start investing in really any country, but for this is West Africa. So of course you want to do your research and market analysis. So begin by researching the West African real estate market, focusing on regions with growth potential. So you would just want to analyze everything. If you're already subscribed to this channel, then I do talk about just the different things that's happening in a lot of these West African countries, so you can be up to date on what's the best risk tolerance that you want to apply or apply to that West African country. So you always want to stay up to date. Also want to analyze just local market trends, property values, and demand for various property types. So whether it be residential, commercial, industrial, and that's what I want to do for this channel, which is give you some insights on what's actually going on so that you can make a better decision, and then you can do more of a deep dive on your own. So the second step is just to define your investment goals. So once you figure out from your research, okay, there's something here, then determine what specific investment objectives do you have, such as income generation, capital appreciation, or just some type of community impact. So the third one, financial preparation. So assess your own financial situation and establish a realistic budget of your real estate investments. You want to find ways to secure funding, whether how big it is, how small it is, just depends on where you want to go with it. So secure your funding. And then you're going to use your savings, loans, partnerships, and then just making sure that your risk tolerance is where you want it to be. Number four, legal and regulatory compliance. So you want to be familiar with the local real estate laws, regulations, property rights in the target area. You want to make sure that someone's not selling you land that's not theirs to sell. And that happens a lot in a lot of these West African countries, just because land rights are still behind and archaic, and it's not where it needs to be. So you want to be careful with that. Always use a lawyer when you're trying to buy land. in any of these West African countries, and they have to be legit. Look at their background, research them to make sure that they're good, and of course ensure that all legal requirements are met for property acquisition, so you have all your papers in check. So 5, property selection. Carefully choose properties based on your research and investment goals, so it has to align with your goals, obviously. And then consider the factors such as location, property condition, potential for improvement, and then just market demand. Make sure that demand is there so that you can actually turn a profit. 6, so due diligence. So conduct more due diligence on the selected properties. It's always including inspections, title searches, so anything that deals with you acquiring that property and maintaining it. Do your due diligence to make sure everything is on the up and up and nothing is fake or forged or anything like that. 7, community engagement. So establish relationships with people in the local communities and authorities. Don't neglect the authorities, like people in certain government positions. Got to have relationships with them and engage with the stakeholders to understand their needs. If you have any stakeholders, anyone that's investing, silent investors, make sure that you're talking to them and understanding there's a agreement on how you're going to contribute to the community's development. Number 8, sustainable development. So prioritize sustainable and eco-friendly practices in your real estate projects, like having a lot of trees, and you want to make sure that you're not harming the area, and people are going to respect you for it. It's going to look nicer. It's going to make people feel good. And then of course the social benefits that come from that. Property management is really important when it comes to large real estate projects. You have to have someone manage it, and you have to have a good team that's skilled and can be consistent. So develop a comprehensive project management plan, including maintenance. Maintenance is big. Not a lot of people or not a lot of countries work on their maintenance culture. It's like maintenance culture is poor. A lot of people just think, okay, you just put up the building and that's it. Especially in Nigeria, a lot of these colleges, they just don't do any updates. It's just frustrating to see. So make sure you got that. Tenant relations. Make sure your tenants are good and they're paying, and you want them to be making money. However, if you have a commercial property, you want their environment so good that they're always going to make money, and then they can pay you. So everyone is in this together. And then just ongoing property improvements. Always update. Don't look all old and dilapidated buildings. See that a lot in Nigeria, where to just don't do any updates, to just keep it the way it is. So invest in your properties. So number 10, monitor and adapt. So continuously monitor the performance of your investments and then adapt your strategy. So you always gotta be able to be flexible and make pivots when necessary, just due to the changing markets. So at least in Nigeria, you have a young population. Everyone's trying to be more tech focused. Everyone is, or most people, just that generation, is looking towards more tech, and so you have to be aware of what's going on and be on top of it. And then 11, impact assessment. So regularly evaluate the impact of your investments. Are they helping people? Are they hurting people? And have just the local have people in the local community that can give you this type of feedback, so that you know you're hearing firsthand what's going on. How does it look? Make your if you don't live there, make your visits continuously to see what's going on. Then number 12, seek professional guidance. So consider consulting with local real estate experts, lawyers, financial advisors, just to navigate the complex aspects of your investment. So always have people that are smarter than you in your corner, so that you can ask them, okay, what do you see here? What do you see here? And then you being like the chief of it all, you could come together, take everyone's insight, and then you can do something amazing. So common pitfalls to avoid when you are trying to do real estate investments in West Africa. Avoid the lack of due diligence. So it's really important. You got to do good, thorough research and understand local market demand. The demand part is really important, and regulations that can just get rid of all your profit. So in Nigeria, got a lot of corrupt individuals that always want to charge for fees, or NEPA, your electricity bill, because electricity is not consistent. That can start to eat up your profit. Like, you have to factor all this stuff in to see if it actually makes sense. Another thing is leveraging, so taking on too much debt is never a good thing. You have to have a sound financial plan that makes sense. You can be a little ambitious with it, but it has to make sense. It have to really show that you took some thought into creating it. So useful tools that you can use. You can use local real estate associations, government agencies for sure, industry experts, and we got social media. We got LinkedIn, we got Twitter or X, IG. Like there's a lot of people there that have hand-on-hand experience with a lot of these West African countries. Or if you don't see it, then you can be that person. Just be on the ground. You can learn a lot. So, all right. So I'm gonna get into the story phase. Give you an example. So meet Ade and his transformative journey. So Ade, a passionate entrepreneur in West Africa, saw the potential of real estate investments to change lives in his community. He embarked on his first project without fully understanding the market dynamics and local regulations. Ade faced challenges, but he was determined to make a difference. With perseverance and newfound knowledge, he refined his approach, conducted thorough market research, and collaborated with local authorities to ensure compliance. As this project flourished, Ade witnessed the remarkable transformation of his community. He created jobs, provided affordable housing, and played a vital role in improving the overall living standards. Ade's story is a testament to how real estate investments, if you do it right, you can change a whole country. So it's really important that you do the due diligence, because a lot of people are actually counting on you to get it right. So just a recap of this video. Real estate investments have a profound impact on local economies in West Africa. As you can see, they foster growth, stimulate infrastructure development, provide affordable housing, increase government revenue, so the government can start building up on those roads that suck so bad and have all these potholes. They expand markets and just enhance communities altogether. And that's what you want to do. You want to. It's fulfilling to help people's lives improve. Even if it's not directly you. You're part of the solution. Instead of crying and complaining and always protesting, that doesn't, at the end of the day, that doesn't help. That's not building anything. So you can be the one for change that's actually building something. So if you had any experiences with real estate investments in West Africa, or just questions getting started, please share your thoughts in the comment section so that other people can learn, we can create some type of dialogue so that we're all learning together. So if this video was helpful, you learned something from this video, then definitely give it a like. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel, click the bell so that you're alerted when I do drop new videos. Also, I'm a business coach, so I do provide a lot of resources for you all to get started, whether it's personal development, starting a business as a solopreneur, you're a small business owner, you're having trouble. Look at the links in this video's description, and you can that's the first step. Just take the first step and help you get to the life that you actually want, where you get fulfillment, you got financial freedom, and you can just travel and do what you want to do with your life instead of just feeling like you can't do much. So till next time, I'll catch you in the next video.